tree and killed it.
Why
Jerry had
did
a
you
pet
do that?
tree and Rick killed
He
it.
used to kill that tree. Every time he get mad at Jerry, he go beat that poor tree.
Hey, Lil,
Yeah.
what happened when I got a new pair of shoes? You tell that story about my new pair of shoes?
Yeah, I got him. Every time his daddy come home, he would beat. These shoes hurt my foot. I can't walk. I said, you gonna let a pair of shoes, ball shoes. He took me, he said, no. He went out on the front yard and he danced and he cut up. Then he cut up with some new shoes. Then he come back and said, Bill, I'm the boss.
I can see that.
I was the boss of the shoes, huh?
How old were you, Justin?
I got so much kick out of these children when they were little. You
I got my care package.
Well, you got what you
Thank
want,
you.
Ricky.
That's my cake and pie.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It was right here. Whatever was right
Yeah,
here.
that was it. Thanks.
Didn't Uncle Rick take Papa Dave's silver dollars one time?
That's yours.
Is that what?
Did he take the silver dollars one time?
Oh, yeah, come by with little boxes was just loaded. His one side. I said, what is that? I thought it was rocks, you know.
That's our picture.
And he would only, I said, come on in and see what's in your box. He would get back and he'd only, you what devil. This is my old Ricky, though.
Yeah.
Ricky?
And we get on the, remember the time we got on the bus and the guy wanted to put you off or something. I said, we're not going together. I'm talking back on it. And he told me, no, he told me. Said, Lil said, well, no, I was on the bus, but the two of us and the driver. And he said, he's not going to sit on that seat without paying. I said, he's going to sit right here and he's not going to pay, and I'm not going to. We would just get on the bus and ride to the end and come back. Just for him, yeah. And this guy, he cut up. So Ricky got up off of the seat and come sit in my lap to break up his stomach. And he was just, I thought that was the most cutest thing. I said, get off. I said, you don't have to sit in my lap. He said, no, he's fussing at you and I don't want him to. So he sat in my lap and put his arms around my neck. And he wouldn't get up. And he kept saying, you going to pay for it? I said, I'm not going to pay a dime. And we're going to ride to the end of this and come back on. And I did that. I sure did.
Mm-hmm. You took good care of me.
Yeah.
How about when we went downtown and bought holiday gifts for everybody, and did I give Granny a hint of what hers was going to be?
Yeah, and
What did I tell her?
he just, whenever they buy me anything, he always bought earrings. Then I got your present. Now, he ain't supposed to tell me, but he talks so much.
That hasn't changed, has
He
it?
he said, what I got to say, you put them on the air, they dangle. Something, you know. It's got to be earrings. Justin said, boy, you talk so much. You tell everything. Oh, she don't know what I'm talking about.
How old was he?
Huh?
How old was he?
Yeah, and he would, then what I bought there, that dangles on, when you put them on there, they dangle like.
I'd say about maybe, I don't know, 4 or something.
Lord, how much, I had so much trouble with it.
Lord have mercy.
But me and that driver really had, I was really mad
Wasn't
with
there a driver that gave you a hard time? He wanted you to sit in the back and...
him. No, this is why we went to eat.
Uh-huh.
We went to eat. I
Downtown
think it was
or
in
something?
Cats. Used to be a Cat
Downtown.
downtown. And so we got in there and everybody, he picked our head out all of. And Ricky said, Billy, you said she can't eat here? She said, no, she can't eat at this table. So what we did? Walked out. We went on strike.
Yeah, we went on strike.
That's right.
They wouldn't let her eat there because she was black.
Yeah.
That's something.
Where was
And
this?
walked out. And
Cat's
then he
drugstore
went back and
counter
told his
downtown.
boss man.
And you were with her?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Downtown shopping.
That was downtown.
Probably Jerry and your mom, too.
Mm-hmm.
She'd take us all down there on the bus or the streetcar.
We
Did
go
Jerry
down there
once
and
tell
do-
the bus
do
driver?
shopping.
Didn't Jerry once tell the bus driver he wanted you to move, and
Yeah.
Jerry told him he wouldn't move?
Well, he told it. He said, let's go. Well, he said that Jez jumps up and stands and we all.
Didn't Jerry once tell the bus driver that you were going to sit with him and he wanted you to move because you were black to the back or
That's
something?
the same thing. That
Uh-huh.
was, you tell him about the time you fell out and catch somehow as he did right.
I fell out.
And Jerry
You
had
fell
his
out.
hand.
Fell out of what?
How we got
That's
him
an
out the
expression.
stove.
Oh.
That means you got upset.
He just fell out
Got
on the
mad.
floor.
He fell out on the floor.
Oh, I fell out on the floor.
Was he throwing a temper tantrum?
Yes. He fell out. That's what he used to do. Just fall out on the floor.
Was that when Jerry made me ugly with those pictures?
So yeah, that's not the picture. Yeah, you go in that naked little old picture, you know. You come out in the kind of way, what they get along, they got the dime or whatever. When he saw, Jerry, please just.
Could Jerry put the money
I'm
in?
not this ugly. I'm not. I'm gonna show my mother this. My mother know I'm not.
Aw.
I'm not this
So
ugly.
that time he
Jerry,
said,
you made me ugly.
no, he said. Then he fell out. When he fell
Then I
out,
fell out.
Jerry had to take his feet, and I had to take his head and to get him out the stove.
Carried you out.
Hands and feet.
So,
Well, I heard that story. My mom and Jerry had to carry you out, right?
Yep, because I
no,
fell
but
out.
that would be
You fell out.
that would
Have
be
you
the
ever
little,
fell out?
Yeah.
that would be the little Thanksgiving, and I'd take them. I didn't have to borrow them, but I loved them, and I, you know what I mean. And I just to get you through them after Thanksgiving, that little holiday.
Right.
And whatever they give him in the morning, he did go lay it on the counter anyway and leave it.
Oh.
That's changed.
And he'd run down the hill. Mama, I want to show you. And I said, and I said, and she goes, that's pretty. She didn't know what to say. And she went and got that, and then he come to her. I was wanking my. She said, this is the best picture you've ever taken, Jim. What are you crying about? This picture is simply gorgeous. And that's when we walked away with him. He didn't know. It was something else here.
How about you? You
Oh,
were
I-
something else too.
I wasn't either.
What did I tell you the first day you came? Huh?
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
I had some perfume I was using, Yardley.
Yardley perfume?
It's real strong. I
Toilet
went
water,
down
you
to-
called it.
He said, girl, you smell.
Rick said that?
Probably woman, but
Mr. Coley said that she thought I was going to walk out the door. I said, I wanted to wake up and think about him.
Right.
woman, you smells.
That was the first thing you ever said to her?
Close
The
to
first
it.
day.
And
The
on
first day.
Yardley. I remember
It was
Yardley
called
from
toilet water, right?
Yeah.
Remember? And it smelled
You
like
know,
toilet
you
water
could
too.
You could play
Now,
with
can you
yourself.
imagine they actually had a product called
One
toilet
other
water?
thing you could
Did
do.
you ever hear about that? That they would call
When
some
you don't
toilet
go
water.
through,
It
they
meant
shut
that,
it
you know,
down
I think it was like
down
perfume,
there,
right?
a little tree.
Watered down perfume.
He'd take his books and sit on that tree till time now for school. And the sun would get on this side, he'd get on the other side. And then Mr. Cole and I would watch it. When the sun got real hot, he'd come creeping back to the house. She said, did you go to school, Ricky? No, I was too late.
I was too late. Too late for
And we
school.
done watched it. We done watched him watch the sun. And when the sun got on that side, he could get up out on that side and then walk over there. And we looking right at it. And then he come back and tell me his mother, I was too late. And she said everything. Oh, I don't know what she would say. He didn't care.
Yep, I got by with a lot when you were around.
Yeah, yeah. This is my boy, though.
This is my lady,
My old boy.
my second mommy.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there's a great picture of you with Lily, Justin. When you had your hair.
Let's go to Miss Jackson's house.
You okay?
And said, Miss Jackson,
You don't look so
I bet you I know what's in that jar you got sitting there. She said,
Napkin.
what's in it? I could give him one cookie and after when he comes
What's
in,
here?
just one.
No.
Watch out, this chair.
And he hold that jar on after near an hour, picking that one cookie. He picked one out. I'm not gonna have this. This one is broke. just a little great fall on. I had to show him again. Finally, he pick out something. He did that so quick. Then he goes and he checks it. They checked it. I bet you I know what's in your jar over there. It's cookies. She said, why is not that? That's your cookie jar. And he'd talk her out of one.
I think I must have given my jeans to Justin somewhere. I got some from Papa and then it passed on through Sandy to Justin. That's
Now
when
I
he got
think
his appetite.
Sammy had him in
Now
heaven.
Sammy's got it because he eats constantly.
Does he?
Yeah.
According to Stacy, he eats all the time. She said,
said,
be prepared when he comes to your house, have
Buy a lot
plenty
of food.
We said, why, is Justin coming? Never forget, you weren't with us, but we went fishing, and after fishing we went to McDonald's for lunch, and I had all the kids with me, nephews and nieces. And Justin was there. Steve and Laura and Stacy, I don't think they were born yet. What'd she say? She's going.
She wants the camera so she can shoot it on Justin's big old fat belly.
That's great.
Okay, go ahead.
We
Bring it away.
ordered food.
All right.
Everybody ordered their hamburger,
Hold on.
their Big Mac or whatever, and came to Justin, and he asked Justin, what did you ask Justin? I don't wait on you. What do you want, Justin? Oh, I want 2 hamburgers or 2 Big Macs or something like that. A large order of French fries and a large soda or something. He ate every bit of it too.
I think that's the first time we've gotten that story on tape.
Really,
I thought it was that you ate it before lunch and then
Yeah,
lunch.
that's a different
that
story.
was when they went fishing.
That was this
How
was
many
after
Justin
fishing.
feeding
But
stories
that
are
was-
there?
This was
There's
a
a lot.
half-day
I
fishing
say feeding
trip.
because you were like an animal.
This was a half-day fishing trip and then eating at lunch at McDonald's. The other one was an all-day, where I picked up Bruce and Joel at Papa's house, and I picked up Justin at his house, and
They all had their lunch back.
Buddy was told to pack lunch, and we went to Papa's farm on
Look at my feet.
Old Jamestown Road. Yeah,
Look
yeah,
at
I
that.
see that. Susie gets that too.
Mhm.
And so
That's swelling in the foot.
we're driving along on, I think it was Lindbergh. going
Lindbergh, yeah.
North on Lindbergh, and I remember, I'd say by the time we got to 80 Road, it was around there. We'd only been gone for 10 minutes, and I look back in the rearview mirror, and Justin's got his hand in his lunch bag. He's eaten his lunch already. It was probably about 7:15 in the morning. And I said, Justin, what are you doing? Oh, he was hungry. He's eating his lunch. I said, what are you going to do for lunch? He says, oh, I don't know. I'm sure somebody will give me something. So he had eaten his lunch by the time we got there. And so, of course, I shared my lunch with him, which I brought plenty of food like I always do, in case anybody forgot theirs. Or
Bruce
didn't
and
have
Joel, I think you made Bruce and Joel share some, and they weren't too happy about
it. I
that.
probably
And
did.
they both remembered because for Ricky's 60th birthday, Joel wrote Ricky a note from Florida detailing your lunch episode.
Did he really?
And so
And
did Bruce.
the other part of it
But
was
they
that
didn't know that everybody
I heard
wrote
them all
about
back
that.
there laughing, snickering, going on about something, and finally picked up what it was. Is they were making noises like somebody passing gas. And
What'd you guys do with Danny?
it was he was too little.
Too little,
Papa, and he was too wild at that time. Papa had been tooting all night long, and they were having the biggest kick out of it, telling Justin, Bruce, and Joel about how Papa would go. He would go, ah, you know, oi, and he'd go, oi, and so I know. That's okay. So it was about Papa tooting all night long, and they said every time they'd laugh, that he would. It was they were up all night listening to him tooting. So that was the good old days.
Yeah, it was a good old bit.
When we
He
went
would
fishing.
go to camp, you know, and he told Jerry one morning, boy, you sure are lucky. You could, what is he doing? Woo!
We're making history is what we're doing.
What did we say about camp?
On the camp, this man with the bus is out there and all come to pick him up. Sometimes he'd go out there with it. He always had to take a lunch with him. There wasn't nothing but a piece of bread. He'd wrap it up and get from his plate from
Still
me.
do that.
Yeah, take it with him. Because he was starved to death if he didn't do that. They don't give me enough food and he have a piece of bread by this.
I didn't eat that much. I just had to have some with me.
That's right, that's what he had to do. when he felt good to me, he go and say, "Hi, Nell." "Hi, Ricky." And if Ricky didn't feel like talking, he said, "No." That's all. He said, "Hi," and they just tickled him to death. He said, "Hi, Ricky." "No." That's all he would say to me. And someone would go out there and he'd shake his hand and ask him if he wanted some of his sandwich or whatever he had. Oh, he would be. This was something else. And everything he done was funny to me.
You spent a lot of time laughing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Always got me something to laugh about with him.
Yeah.
When I came home from school, what did I do down the laundry chute?
With your dirty clothes, you go in there and throw me a piece of candy or something. Down with your dirty clothes.
A snack. I'd
And
always,
all you eat
Yeah, how
is
many days a week did Lily come?
bite off and wrap it up and
well, there was a period of time where she lived with us, full time.
yeah.
And then there was other times where she worked, every day, 5 days a week. And most of the
I
time,
know you got me that
every
time
day,
with my mouth
5
wide
days.
open. Excuse me. I'm gonna get you for that.
Boy.
Getting her with her mouth wide
100
open.
years old, she's
I
going
was
to
young,
kill you.
and I ain't got no teeth in my head.
How you gonna get me?
With her mouth,
She's had a 100-year-old
Yeah.
woman tell you she's gonna whoop you.
I'll come over there and you can whoop me. How's that?
Remember we used to go to wrestling, Will?
Yeah.
And then they would take...
And everybody that wanted to go to the bathroom, he'd sit there and ask, "Do you know where to go? I'll take you." And then never see the bathroom, he'd take folks to the bathroom. And I'd be so scared somebody's gonna check him,
Right.
You'll never know what's gonna happen.
That was when she'd take me
Well,
up with
one
her
night
on
we were
Friday.
taking
Then,
him home from wrestling, and a guy got behind us. I had Ricky between my Mr. Thornton and I, and because he was a white boy, and he had his head banged on my shoulder. And that's about he was gonna warn him out, And that guy followed us from downtown to where he turned off to go to Dakota's house. So after we turned off, then he went on about his business. He thought he didn't know what it was. That was smart of him, though. He didn't know whether it was a child being kidnapped or what. Don said, "I'm going to drive slow now." Whenever Mr. Don go drive slow, he would drive slow. He said, "Now I'm going to pick up to if he's really behind us." We pick up and he'd get right behind us.
because that was probably in the early 50s at the latest.
He wanted,
Well, it was
probably,
right after the Lindbergh baby was kidnapped.
probably
It
sometime.
was unusual to see at 10:30 at night a little white boy in a car with... Lindbergh was
okay.
a few years before. I
Yeah,
think.
there was that other
Okay,
baby that was
I'm
kidnapped. That was a big
picturing
deal.